But the paradox is that once you find its real basis, well, then why should you have to do anything out of the ordinary to just live as that, right? Why should you have to withdraw from the world? Why should you have to not have a family or not be married or not have a career or not watch television or not? I mean, well, you can recognize emptiness while watching a movie and and eating fistfuls of popcorn. So why not just do that, right? I mean, if that's what's happening, why
I
not do
totally
that?
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
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 every time you reference a show, I'm like,
yeah,
can't watch
yeah.
that.
So on some level it doesn't matter, but on another level it matters quite a lot what you do with your attention, right? So and maybe this is just a stage thing. In one stage of life it really, really matters that you give all your attention to this project, and in another stage it matters less. And the truth is, I can't personally say that I know I'm living correctly. I mean, it's totally possible that it would be possible for me to get to the end of my life, I imagine, and retrospectively look back on the last many decades and say it would have been much better to have practiced much more, right? Like I wasted a lot of time on some level. Like I could imagine that an epiphany like that awaits me, and that's the kind of epiphany that being a monk is a very deliberate strategy, a very deliberate hedge against, right? Like when you decide to be a monk, you're deciding, okay, I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be the guy who gets to the end of his life and thinks, oh shit, I should have really been practicing rather than doing all these other things I got distracted by. And I totally understand that. Yet, and another way of thinking about this is when you look at why aren't you a monk, or why am I not a monk? And why don't I spend my days doing nothing but practice? Well, mostly that's a story of all the other things that captivate me, right? All the other things I want, all the other things that I haven't seen through the illusion of on some level. I mean, so it really is a story of samsara, right? To put it in Buddhist terms, it's like, whoa, oh, so you're telling me you wanted a wife and you wanted kids and you wanted a career and you want all those pleasures that require more money than you currently have, and so now you're working harder. Oh, is that the story you're telling me? Well, that sure sounds like samsara, right? That doesn't sound like emptiness.